Orange Sharif Show. Why does success feel so lonely? Let's talk about it, everybody. Why does success feel so lonely? Well, so many people talk about it. You know, all those late nights by yourself. But let's really dissect it. I've built quite a few companies already. I consider myself pretty successful, but do you guys see the behind the scenes? Do you guys see the late nights, the lonely times by yourself, contemplating if it's all worth it? It's funny. A lot of really famous, successful founders have gone through quote unquote lonely nights. So this is for all you hustlers and entrepreneurs out there that are alone and you're by yourself and no one sees what you're doing, but you're working. You are working on your goals and your dreams by yourself. There's a really good video. I think Patrick Bet David made it. He's like in his car or something, and nobody's with him. It's just him, my wife, my kids. He's just by himself. And I think the point of the talk he was making was, if you want to become great, become successful, you have to be willing to bear the burden of isolation and loneliness. Greatness comes from a lot of deep thinking and planning and execution. So it's pretty late at night where I'm making this talk. About 3 a.m. I've had many 3 a.m. nights while building my companies. I do a lot of really deep thinking between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. Because I don't have a lot of people bothering me. And when the rest of the world is sleeping, I'm awake, chasing after my dreams. So this talk is really to the people who are listening to this. And let's say you're listening to me while you're building your dream, your business, your idea. Maybe you can't sleep right now and you just want to listen to something that might help you. Perhaps you're tired of watching movies. So I'm talking to you, that entrepreneur, that person thinking about building that big idea or trying to do their business, but you're by yourself. I'm telling you to keep going. You have to keep going. Don't worry that you're by yourself alone at night, because what you do in private will show up in public if you do a really good job. So for example, if you're building a website or a Shopify account, or you're trying to do something online, and right now you're watching videos or you're learning from other videos how to do it, it's the right thing. A lot of people just want to hear, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right way to go? Am I going in the right direction? And I'm telling you, you are. If you're alone right now and you're working, that's what a lot of great people did. A lot of famous people, a lot of famous celebrities that you might look up to, they were working late at night, early in the morning. That's what it takes. You have to feel comfortable and okay being alone, working on your dreams. Because that's what it takes sometimes. Sometimes that's what it takes. You're not always going to have friends and family around to watch you accomplish your goals and your dreams. At some point when you're doing whatever you're doing, you're not just doing it for the money, for the attention, the fame. Sometimes, you're doing it to help other people, but at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself. These are your goals and your dreams. Bob Proctor told me one time, I think he told this to me at his house, but he said, Oren, you trade your life for your goals and dreams. I'll repeat that again. You trade your life for your goals and your dreams. And what he means by that is, whatever you're working on, let's say your goal or your dream is to get a new car. So you will trade your life for that, meaning you'll go to work, you'll do other things, you'll do whatever you can to make money to get that car, that new house or whatever. So that's what he means by you trade your life for your goals and your dreams. So you better make sure you pick pretty big goals and dreams. You only have one shot going after it. So the problem with most people is they pick really small goals and they achieve them. So if you're going to pick some goals, do something big while you're still around. You don't get many shots at trying something. Well, I recommend go for big goals, go for big things that, people might not have tried before. That's what I did. That's what I'm doing with Connects and some of my companies. I'm building innovative things that people have never seen. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I don't know if some things will work out or they will or they won't, but you got to try and find out. You never know if you don't try. You have to at least try. At least try once. In my case, I tried not only once, twice, thrice, but many, many times. The difference with me is I really don't ever give up, ever. So I built this quality of persistence a long time ago. There's a chapter in one of my favorite books, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And there's an entire chapter dedicated just to persistence and not giving up and keep going. So persistence is a really, really big quality that a lot of very successful, famous people, they all have the same quality of persistence. And you have to just keep going. A lot of people give up and they just stop. I have another good quote that's in one of my books. I published 7 books so far at the time of this recording. And one of it, I'll never forget this. This is another one that Bob Proctor told me. But he said, successful people are willing to do things unsuccessful people don't want to do. So I'll repeat it again. Successful people are willing to do things unsuccessful people don't want to do. Meaning, I don't want to get up and work every single day and with no breaks, no vacations. I don't want to get up and just, wake up early in the morning just to get a workout in. I don't want to drive across the country to meet that mentor, to look at that real estate deal, to do this or do that, but I'll do it. Because successful people are willing to do things unsuccessful people don't want to do. So you have to make it a habit of doing something, of doing things that other people don't want to do. Sorry for the background noise, guys. Cleaning up. But, I learned that early on. And I attribute a lot of my success and a lot of the success habits I learned from Bob. I paid him a lot of money to learn how to think successfully and use my mind correctly to achieve my goals and my dreams. So Bob really, really helped me kind of figure out the direction and the way I want to go. I mean, he literally helped me write down my goals on a card that I carry around in my pocket. On that card, I had written, I'm so happy and grateful now that I run a successful technology company and I help people all over the world. I wrote that goal down a long, long time ago. I achieved it a long time ago. Now I wrote down I run multiple companies, but point of what I'm saying is you have to have goals, you have to have mentors guide you, and you can't be afraid of being alone to work on your goals and your dreams. Every entrepreneur, every successful person is completely alone at one point by themselves, just pushing forward, inching forward toward their goal or their dreams. Well, that's what you have to do. You have to keep your goal in the image of your mind and keep moving forward. You cannot stop. Don't ever stop. Keep moving forward. And don't be afraid if you're alone. If you really feel alone and You don't have a support team. You can get one. Reach out to me, reach out to my team. We'll try to support you the best way we can, but the purpose of this talk is it's okay to feel alone when you're working on your goals and your dreams. Everyone is alone at some point going after what they want. And people don't believe in you until they see your results. You have to be okay with being alone for a short period or even a long period of time. And then one day, when your product, your business, or service is used by thousands or millions of people, you won't be alone anymore. Just remember, I'm with you. I support you. I'm here for you. Use this as motivation, inspiration, and remember my words. It's okay to be alone when you're working on your goals and dreams. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep pushing forward. Keep that dream alive, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode.